Hi, I'm Dr. Margreet Wibbeling, midwife specialist and your host of the Birth and Baby show, brought to you by Sister Lillian Center and Sensitive Midwifery. We empower moms and midwives to have the best birthing and parenting experience through natural, physiological and intuitive care, resulting in birth and baby advice you can trust. This episode is sponsored by Zinplex Jr. and their newly launched probiotic drops with zinc. When ingested on a regular basis, probiotics should improve or normalize the microbial balance in the intestines and thereby improve the functioning of the digestive tract. The most common type of probiotic strain in supplements for children is lactobacilli. Now, research has shown that this may prevent or treat disorders such as infectious diarrhea and atopic dermatitis or eczema in children. Other possible health benefits are currently being studied, including the possibility of reduced risk of food-related allergies and asthma, prevention of urinary tract infections, and relief of symptoms of infant colic. Get your hands on these amazing probiotic drops with zinc. You can find them at any leading pharmacy, Clicks or Discount, or you can order them online at www.zinplex.co.za. Thank you, Zinplex. Hi, welcome back to another episode. I'm so excited that you are tuning in and really thank you for listening and making it all more worth the while for us to produce all these podcasts. Today I have a brand new mom that will be talking to us. Her name is Christina. She's a mom of one beautiful boy who is currently 7 months old, and she's been through all the joys of motherhood. You will absolutely love this conversation, and we will be talking on something very important that we know will really help you as a support on your motherhood journey, and that is probiotics. So tune in and enjoy. Hey Christina.
Hi Margreet.
How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. I'm very excited to be here in this space with you.
Yeah, me too. Very excited. So we are going to have a lovely conversation. I know that because I know you, but the audience doesn't know you. So tell us a little bit more about yourself.
My name is Christina and I work in marketing and communications, and I am also a new mommy. I've been a mommy now for 7 months and just talking about it makes me emotional.
Oh, wow. Sure. And you are quite a mom.
Oh, it's my first baby, and I think it was the most magical experience of life. Let me stop. I get so emotional talking about it, and it's just still such a roller coaster of emotions. And you never know when it's going to come up.
And that's what emotions do. I love it. It's not. I love it that it comes up now, and we're not going to edit it out because it's real life. Emotions are so part of us, and they do pop up whenever they want to. And I think so many moms can identify with you right now. So I'm so glad because it is an emotional roller coaster with all sorts of emotions, right? Most of it overwhelming, joyful, but I suppose you have experienced quite a lot of other emotions too.
Oh, let me just drink a glass of water, because I think that nobody in this world can prepare you for motherhood, not even your own mom. And I've got such a good relationship with my mother. Like she's prepared me, has given me the right example, but the experience, no one can prepare you for that. It's such a individual yet universal experience, but you only really understand it when you go through it yourself.
Yeah, that's so true. That's so true. And as much as we try to get all these stories out there and empower people for motherhood and so forth, it is still, as you say, nothing can really prepare you, right? And you straight on the job from the moment that a baby's out, you're on the job, and that's it. You gotta have to show up and do it, hey?
I think the best is like you can't prepare, but you can kind of make sure you've got the right support, but even sometimes you don't even know what support you're going to need until you're in that experience.
Yeah, so true. But you're 7 months down the line and you're acing it, right?
Well, I like to think so, although every day is a journey. I mean, I've just now for me, I'm at the point where my son is going to creche,
Yeah.
and he started his day school, like baby school, last week, and it was a huge milestone for me. I
Yeah.
tried to push it at least to 6 months. I mean, I had the flexibility where I could. My mother-in-law, first of all, was looking after him, and then I was working 3 days in the office, two at home, and so I was really lucky that I could push it this far. Because I was very scared for it. I think,
I'm
I
sure.
told my best friend, it's like, I'm leaving my baby in the hands of certified strangers. Like, that's what it felt like. And I made the school, but that's what it felt like. And
Yeah, it's a big deal. And it's a reality for so many moms because as much as we would love to be maybe stay-at-home moms, it's often not the reality out there. Yeah. And for other moms, it could be a bit of their sanity to also have work again. So it's also different journeys for everyone. But the truth is that... yeah, you need all the help you can get to raise a child. And as you said, a support system, and you need to find the right ones around you. But for today's conversation, we would really like to talk about a specific topic, and that's also a kind of help for raising a child, right? So we were going to be talking
definitely.
about probiotics. Probiotics, as we will talk, I'll explain a little bit about it, but Christina, how did you stumble about probiotics, and why are you passionate about wanting the people to know about it?
Gosh, I think my journey with probiotics started even during my own pregnancy. I think during my pregnancy, I found myself craving like sauerkraut and pickled things.
Oh,
And I ate a lot of kimchi, it's a Korean pickled dish that is rich in natural probiotics. And I love probiotics because I found that it really helped me with my digestion process during pregnancy.
yeah,
It was rich in vitamins as well, especially sauerkraut is one of the best sources of vitamin C as well as probiotics. And I found that it really helped me. I mean, I'm going to say it kept me regular during my pregnancy, which can be a bit of an issue when you're pregnant as well.
absolutely.
So I started with probiotics like that. Even before I was pregnant, I always remember I took Lactobacillus lactophili. So for some reason, that little probiotic name kind of stuck in my head. I found it so weird,
Well done.
to help me with digestion, because I think I do when I get a bit nervous or stressed, it really affects my digestive system. And I found probiotics really helpful during those times.
It's
So
very,
it's a very amazing thing, really.
it's very interesting for me that you were pregnant and were craving those kind of foods. Isn't it amazing that our body actually just can tell us what it needs?
Really, I was obsessed with kimchi. Kimchi was a part of my fridge. I mean,
Yeah,
and I worked in China for some time in a Korean area, so I was exposed to it. And
amazing.
my
Yeah,
like I woke up one morning and I told my husband, I need kimchi.
yeah.
And he was like, what is that?
Him being Spanish, or what is he?
He's Cuban, yeah.
He's Cuban. He's definitely not
What?
Chinese. Yeah,
He's like, what's that? And then he now loves it as well. He loves
yeah.
it. He says it's delicious.
Amazing.
So yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, so no, that's incredible that you had that craving, and well done for that. And I'm sure your son must have benefited from that too, because you were busy building a healthy microbiome, and that is the whole thing that we're actually after. So for the listeners that don't know the deal about probiotics, we do think that everyone knows this, but there might be lots of people that still don't know this. And our microbiome is a collection of all the microorganisms in our body, and there are so many of them, and we need them. They're healthy. That we should have a healthy microbiome because that's the basis of our immunity. And if they get disturbed, or weakened that actually make us more prone for all sorts of issues. Like you said, you can even become irregular. Your digestive tract is not so healthy. You don't digest properly, etc., etc. So, were you aware of that, or is it something that you've learned? How did you learn about probiotics after your initial cravings?
Well, I learned from my mom. My mom is a real health person, and she's always finding natural ways, especially while I was pregnant, because I was really, I did not want to take any. I mean, if I took 3 or 4 bananas during pregnancy, it's 3 or 4 too many. I was really focused on trying to find natural ways and to alleviate the symptoms of my body and to make the whole pregnancy a little bit easier. And I think my mom told me from the beginning, because I did struggle with not being regular from the early on in the first trimester. I think it's a common symptom for a lot of women.
Yes.
And I think it, she helped me with that. She was like, she bought me the sauerkraut and she said, come try this. And then slowly it started just becoming, at first I was a little bit off put by it, because I think in that first trimester, everything was just like coming up and like, I didn't have those cravings then. But then she actually bought me some Probiflora. And she said to me, drink this with a glass of water, it will help you. Then slowly towards the second or the third trimester, those cravings really started to set in. And that's when I just started having bouts of it myself. Then I didn't really need to take the Probiflora because I was getting from a natural source.
Yeah.
But I have to thank my mom. She really, she was very proactive in helping me find natural way to deal with the symptoms of pregnancy.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's amazing. Yeah, what a good mom to have.
Definitely. She's my best friend.
Yeah. So when it comes to having a baby, you also want them to have the healthiest microbiome, right? How did you experience probiotics for your child, your baby?
Well, I have to. There's a whole story about this, because I think when I gave birth, I was very blessed in the sense that my son latched right away, because I was very pro breastfeeding, and he was exclusively breastfed for 3 months straight. I mean, at the 3 months growth spurt, I just had to give him some formula because I was pumping to get my thing up for work, and he was drinking so much. But that's another story.
Yeah.
But those first 3 months, he was exclusively breastfed, and he was very happy. And my milk took a little bit longer to come in because I was a C-section because of certain things. But he latched right away, and it was a beautiful experience.
Amazing.
But from get-go, I started. I minimized, for example, breast milk. I minimized cow's milk. I wasn't eating chocolate because I was told all of these amazing things that in order to facilitate breast milk, the absorption of your child, you must minimize all of these things. But then I still found that a week of him being at home, he was very crampy. He was crying, and he had gas, and his stomach was sore. And I think I was very, and I was a bit overwhelmed because also, while all of this was happening, he was also getting a snotty nose. And I mean, and when he was born, by the time I was breastfeeding him at night, his nose was already stuffy. So he was clearly reacting to his environment.
Yeah.
And so I was very overwhelmed because he was crying a lot. And the breast pacified him, but then after he drank, he was not feeling well. So I started even reducing a lot more things from my diet. I stopped eating broccoli. I stopped eating cauliflower, stopped eating chocolate. I stopped drinking milk, stopped eating onions and garlic.
So boring.
Tomatoes. I didn't eat tomatoes. I was eating it was a whole list that I had on my fridge, and that I wasn't, and it helped sometimes, but at other times it didn't really help. And I think for me, you get to a point where you're looking at your newborn baby and he's crying, and you've tried everything. There's not a lot left for you to do, and you really, that hopeless feeling kind of like settles on you. That what am I doing wrong? I think as a new mom, like that guilt is so overwhelming. It's such a new thing. Like, so I spoke to other moms. I spoke to a pediatrician, and he said to me, try some probiotics for the little ones.
Yeah.
And that, to me, made a world of difference. Like, it really made a world of difference. So I first tried the Rotarina probiotics, and they were wonderful. They worked. I just found them to be very expensive. As a new mom, you already have so many different expenses. So I was, and then it was like, because I'm a mom that uses a dummy, so I was like, count those drops on the dummy straight into the mouth, so it doesn't run anywhere, and he like really gets in what it's supposed to get in, because it was like the liquid gold at the moment. So that's basically how probiotics came into me and my child's life.
Awesome. Yeah.
And well, there's other. At 6 weeks, I can go on and tell you the other story, but I never want to.
Yeah, let me just jump in there because let me just jump in here because to help some of the listeners, there's a few things I hear in your story. So you had a Caesar, and there's many women that have Caesars for whatever reason, and that is a whole conversation on other time. What happens if you have a cesarean section? And it can also sometimes happen if you've had a prolonged rupture of membranes. But if you have been given antibiotics for some reason during labor, any antibiotics that's been given to you as a mom will also affect babies' microbiome. So what antibiotics do, we need to address this because it will give you the understanding of the importance of probiotics. So an antibiotic really wipes out all the good and the bad bacteria. So it gets rid of the bad stuff or prevent bad stuff from happening for infections, but it also take away the good ones. So you can imagine a little baby's gut. So I'm so grateful for that pediatrician. He picked up on that. That baby's gut has also been stripped away from the already very little microbiomes exposure it had. It has come through a sterile birth and has not had a healthy colonization, and maybe also have been stripped from the healthy that it already had. And that also applies for if babies have been in NICU, have been given prophylactic antibiotics and so forth. So they need extra support to get those microbiomes in the gut for it to healthily function. So that is just the knowledge behind it for women to know. So the antibiotics always think I need probiotics. So yeah, that's great.
And also another thing for me was that they give you so much medication for pain after a C-section.
Yeah.
And my instincts told me not to take it because I was breastfeeding. Wow. Even though my gynae said to me, no, it's fine, you can take this while breastfeeding, I stopped because I thought to myself, I mean, these medications are not allowing me to be regular. They're affecting my stomach. Yeah. And I'm a grown woman. So I decided to stop taking them because I thought that I was trying to give my baby a little bit of a break as well.
Wow.
So, but it was difficult. To be honest, I have to thank my body because I recovered very well, and I'm grateful to my body, and I could manage pain as long as I didn't do sudden movements, and I did walk a little bit to help me stay active as soon as I could, but I could manage the pain without medication. However, this is a very personal thing for me, and I'm not advocating women mustn't take their pain medication. It's completely, it's a very personal thing. But that, I think what that goes to say with what you're saying, that can also affect the probiotics of the child's intestines and everything.
Yeah, so life happens and we need to get that support. So we said in the beginning, we were talking about support in all shapes, and sometimes it's also in shape of products. And you found some good products to support your baby on his journey, in the form of probiotics. So you want to say something more about that?
Yeah, I want to talk about an interesting situation that happened at 6 weeks for me.
Yes.
And at 6 weeks, this is fresh into motherhood, and my baby got his first flu at 6 weeks.
Okay.
So I had a fluish baby with still a little bit colicky with his cramps and his digestions.
Yeah.
So, and I was also sick. I
Oh.
was also sick. We got the flu to each other, and it was a terrible flu. And there I was at my wit's end because there was nothing I can give to a 6 week old that can maybe help with his immune system and handle the whole probiotic situation. And and here I have to say that I was extremely blessed because I work for Simplex, and we are developing a new product, which is exactly that. It's probiotics with zinc. And I've got a little sample here. And I have to say that for me, I even took the batch sample of our pharmacist because we've got such an amazing pharmacist. And she says it was second trial of the batch. She said, "This is ready. It's done." I'm like, "Please send it to me." I came in and I got it because it's got the probiotics that I needed, and it had zinc that I could give to my infant during the time for his flu. And that was for me a blessing because in 3 or 4 days his snotty nose was better and he was regular. And I was just like, to this day, I'm now going into the transition of solids with my child, and it's still helping me.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Wow, so that's about good timing for you then, hey?
Yeah.
that product became available for you. That was good timing for you. That was good.
You're breaking up there a little bit. I don't know if you're sick.
Yeah, I can see my internet was a bit unstable. I was saying that was about good timing for you that you got that product launched, that you could use it.
For me, I like, it's not even launched in the market yet. It was just in-house. We had a trial batch.
Wow.
And I was like, for me, it was a little miracle. You know, when you encounter those little blessings and little miracles in life, for me, it felt like it just fell into my hands during the right time. And it helped so much. It helped me in two ways. It helped my child's immune system, both with zinc and the probiotics. And it just helped me to ease those symptoms and help him a lot as well. So it was perfect.
Amazing. Yeah. So is it launched now, Christina, or is it still pending?
Yes, it should be in the market everywhere. And I'm very excited. I'm very excited that it's going out there because it's going to have it has an excellent price point.
Okay.
And
which was also important. Yeah.
It is. It's very important because things for our children are very expensive, and you need things like this as part of your support system. So it's got an excellent price point. It's got zinc inside of it with 1 billion colony of probiotics. So which is exactly what the child needs to build that gut gut health.
Wonderful. And where can people get their hands on that?
Clicks, Discount, Arinal, independent pharmacies. It's going to be everywhere, and I'm very excited for it. I think it's going to help a lot of people and give peace of mind.
Yeah, absolutely. No, well, that's amazing. That's very exciting. So I'm sure many of our listeners will be very pleased to hear that. Yeah, wonderful. I'm sitting here in the studio with our backup team. He's a dad, and he's just shaking his head like, yes, to help a lot. So awesome.
Yeah.
No, wonderful. Thanks for sharing your story and your journey with us, Christina. So is there anything else you would love to share in closing with our audience? You know, there's a lot of mommies listening, but there's also healthcare professionals listening. So over to you.
I think for the moms, it's very emotional because all I want to say is you're doing everything right. If you're doing it from the heart, you're doing everything right. Forget the guilt, forget everything.
Oh, I'm getting goosebumps. Yeah.
So
Someone needed to hear that. Someone needed to hear that.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think we sometimes we just forget that the mother also needs a lot of support, and she doesn't always know what's right, what's wrong. But if it's from the heart, you're doing the right thing for your child. So don't doubt yourself, don't feel guilty.
Beautiful.
And for the healthcare professional, it's, you guys know the Simplex Junior brand. You know that we bring good quality products out for a good price. So there's another one coming for you guys to help you and your clients as well.
Yeah,
That's
just an add-on to the range.
all I want to say.
Yeah, wonderful. Yeah, no, that's great, Christina. Thank you for what you guys are doing there with, and for your contribution to Zinplex being there. We personally, as a brand, absolutely love Zinplex, and we completely endorse the products. It's good quality and very good price points, everything together. And thank you for continuing to develop new products that mommies need. Amazing. And thank you for being so raw and real with
I'm
us.
sorry I get so emotional.
No, it's beautiful. We need real people here, so we love that. And no, it's absolutely beautiful. Thank you for your beautiful heart, and continue to do what you do. And I know you are a wonderful mom, straight from the heart. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity, Margriet. It means a lot to me and to us, and keep up the good work. I think you're providing a lot of help for a lot of people, and that's amazing. So
thank you, Christina. We'll chat soon. Bye.
Ciao. Bye.
Thank you so much for joining us today. If you enjoyed this video, please share this with a friend who will benefit from this. And remember to subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you can be notified whenever we release new videos like this on our channel. We'd love to stay in touch and keep you updated with all our latest content and resources to equip and empower you. So if you're a midwife or any type of birth and baby worker, go to sensitivemidwifery.co.za/free gift. If you're a mom, visit sisterlillian.co.za/free gift for more training and resources. That way we can keep you up to date when we release new episodes like this, plus a few other bonuses. You can also find the links I just mentioned in the show notes. Remember, you're making a big difference because you are shaping the future of humankind. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to journeying with you.